production. Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is Sir Yeetus. This is episode 62 of Yeetus' Thoughts. And this topic came up earlier this morning when I had a friend text me and he had an issue with a woman that he was seeing. And I didn't really want to throw all the truth in his face on why she only hits him up when it comes to something that is financially dire to the girl that he's seeing. I just let him know that, hey, if she's only hitting you up when it comes to money, maybe she's only trying to talk to you because of your money. He's probably going to listen. Let's see how it goes. But regardless, I want to explain that all interaction with women is transactional. Even with your family members, even with your own mother. Yes, I know it's fucked up, but all women that you interact with, they're only going to interact with you if there's something that they want from you. I'm talking about if they approach you first. So when it comes to interacting with a woman off the street, off of these dating apps or etc., they're only looking for 2 or 3 things. Okay. If you're good looking enough to fuck, if you're making a good enough money, able to provide enough resources, or you have enough status and power that she can gain clout from. It's always been that situation since the beginning of time, okay? That's what women are pretty much looking for. But right now, especially with social media and the new dating market, it's been spiraling out of control. These women do not realize, they cannot comprehend that when you dealing with somebody that has a lot of money, a lot of power, a lot of respect, etc., she ain't the only one that he see. If a man of that caliber, aka top 20%, hell, right now you can just say top 10% in 2022, she ain't gonna be the only one that he's dealing with. But besides the point, a lot of simps or a lot of young men that's starting in the game, they are confused on why she disappears after they have their first, second, or third date, or when he buys something for her for Valentine's Day or her birthday or Christmas, or when she disappears when he uh buys her a car, buys her a fucking house, gives her rent money, all that simping shit. Yeah. These young men are very confused. They're like, wait, hold up. I was taught all my life I needed to provide. Why is she not reciprocating? Why is she not appreciating my efforts to try to woo her? Well, that's the reason, buckaroo. Okay. Well, she gets what she wants. She doesn't need your services anymore. Well, she gets what she wants. She will see if there's anything better out there. She's going to see if there's anything greener on the other side. Because when you outdo your usefulness, that's when her respect for you goes downhill. When she deems that she got everything that she wanted from you and you're not of use of her anymore, you're just another body to her. You're just a number to her statistics. And that's what pretty much most men have to deal with besides Chad and Tyrone. Because Chad and Tyrone, they don't have to deal with the same issues as the average man. Chad and Tyrone only need to figure out how many condoms that she needs to bring, or if he has no choice, how many condoms he needs to bring himself. Chad and Tyrone doesn't have to deal with all that crazy shit. No, it's the good men that have been busting his ass for decades. You gotta deal with all that crazy expectations, the crazy laundry list that she has, because whether she is you just mean her, or this set believes that they can take it to another level, it's always transactional. The only honest transaction in the world right now between a man and a woman is when it comes to the sex work industry, when it comes to prostitution. That's the literally only honest work that I can think of between man and woman where they're really honest of what they want. Man want the puniti, woman want the money. So the man is going to be paying $40 at least, $40 or more, just to pay for her to do her thing and leave. But for some reason, society doesn't like that. I wonder why society doesn't like streetwalkers walking about and satisfying these men. Because on top of men waking up when it comes to the red pill, these men also realize, you know what? Damn, just paying for it is way cheaper than leasing it out in a marriage. But in the end, right? In the end, years ago, like more than 100 years ago, like a long time ago, women understood that they play a crucial part. And when it comes to relationships, what's that crucial part? Is only having kids and being a mother, taking care of the household and being a companion. But no, you saw my community posts earlier today where literally majority of women are not in relationships because they want to be paid for being in a relationship. That's their mentality in 2022. They want to be paid because they feel that them giving up the puniti to you, they're giving you a favor. They're doing you a favor by giving up their used up box. They want to be paid to be in a long-term relationship. Not once in my life I heard a man wanting to be paid to be in a relationship. Because of course men and women are different. But it's gotten to the point where these women cannot appreciate the average man and what they're doing, not only for society, but for themselves and for the potential family they'll have in the future. These modern women, I'm talking about from below average all the way up until nines and tens, they cannot appreciate what a good man or average man is doing at all. Because their payday, they believe that their time is way more valuable than yours. They believe that if you're not making those uh six figure salary, then you're just a waste of time to her. That's how delusional it's got. Even with the below average women, they honestly believe that their time is way more valuable than yours as a man. But then they want to cry, bitch, and moan and complain like crazy when no man stays around. She's pretty much target practice, and all she has is her fucking cats, a dog, and box wine. I'm telling you right now, men, and this is just my opinion, men will not really care about the transaction if it was fucking fair. Man would not care about transactions if it was fair. The closest thing that is fair when it comes to a transaction with a woman is prostitution. Why do women, when they hit their early 30s or whatever it is, thinking that they still have the same value as a 18, 19, 20-year old that still has her hymen? Why do modern women believe that? I have no fucking idea. Definitely is that social media bullshit. But in the end, men, in my opinion, will not give a shit about the transaction if it was actually fair. If the unjust laws from the divorce and family courts were fair. If the being a due process between men and women were fair. If being able to see their children and actually being judged by the basis of their actions and character and not their gender. If it was that fair. Because once again, men, we personally do not ask for much. Men do not ask for much at all. We don't ask for much whatsoever. But when it comes to the transaction, especially as time goes on, because I notice the increasing amount of delusional women of what they want increased dramatically from 20 2013 to now, because they're definitely feeding off the lonely simps out there, lonely simps out there that's willing to do anything for a woman they've never met nor know online, the webcam, the Twitch, the OnlyFans. And that's why, in my opinion, these women, they're just going off the fucking rails, because for the last 70 years, and it's only getting worse, they believe that they are able to do whatever they want, say whatever the fuck they want, because they feel so empowered and liberated. They don't need a man. Men are obsolete, etc., etc. The transaction in 2022 is so one-sided. It's not even funny. A man only has a fraction of requirements compared to the average model woman. A man, literally, I'll say he can count on one hand, maybe even two hands. Compared to the average woman, she literally makes a list on her social media, an entire laundry list. And then, of course, she has her simps and her sisterhood. Like, oh, yes, girl. Yeah, don't settle for less. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're so great. You're so empowering. But then when she hits that post-war age, which is weird, when she hits that post-war age, her requirements gets even higher. It gets even higher. Why? That doesn't make any sense to me, but that's the female nature, I guess. That's the female nature. The older she gets, the more requirements she just adds onto her list. She doesn't see like, maybe I wasted my youth on Chad and Tyrone, and right now I'm a middle-aged woman. Maybe I should, cut down the requirements, the price that I put on myself, because I am not the same person that I was when I was 18, 20, 22 years old. Maybe I need to be humble and come back down to earth and actually be realistic when it comes to my expectations. Nope. It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It just like the list just keeps getting bigger. That's why I keep telling men, hey, when it comes to these dates that you go on to, when it comes to interacting with a woman in general, there's three things that women always want for you, no matter what female it is. There's three things that a woman want: attention, time, money. I repeat, attention, time, money. There's no other way around it. There's no other way. Of course, women want your attention because, once again, you cannot beat millions of years of evolution with just 100 years of this social construct that came out of nowhere, which is called feminism. Women still crave for male attention. So of course she wants that from you. Two, time. Time. Not only she wants your attention, she wants your attention for the extended amount of time until she feels satisfied. Not you, her. Why do you think when you were dating as a man, because I haven't dated in like fucking 8 years, but when I was dating, have you noticed you've been chilling with a woman all day in her house, all day in my house, whatever place it was. When it's time for you to go and do your own thing, she throws a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old. Even when you literally wasted the entire day doing stupid shit like watching fucking Keeping Up with the Kardashians or whatever. Time is a big thing for them as well that they want from you. And then resources. Resources is crucial when she hits that middle age. Because of course, do you really think that many women out there is actually being financially responsible? No, because they believe that there's some Captain Saberho, which there is, that's out there that's willing to swoop in to save the day. So there's those three things that modern women want from a man. But guess what? Guess what? That's the curse of modern feminism. That's the curse of modern women because they don't have to get it all from the same guy. They can get it all from 3 different men or more. So when it gets to that point, she knows her reputation is important, but she doesn't give a fuck about it when she's younger. She doesn't give a fuck. It's only when she's older. Like that porn star Lana Rhodes. When she did all that crazy shit on the adult sites. Now, recently, she wants to get that taken down. Same thing with Mia Khalifa. They don't give a fuck about consequences. They only give a fuck about results. Once they give a fuck about consequences, it's most likely they're post-wall women because they can't get by with their looks anymore. The transaction isn't as easy as it was before. So they're like, you know what? Hey, yeah, even though I did, sign that contract multiple times and made millions off that online crazy shit, I want to take it off and I want to take it off. Take it off the internet because I want to keep my dignity. I want to keep my pride. Even though there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of videos of me spread throughout the internet. Yeah, I made money off of it. I'm going to be pretty good for the rest of my life. But you guys need to forget about that. It's my past. Don't worry about my past. That was just a dark place in my life, okay? The adult industry is a horrible place, even though I signed the contract countless times. Gentlemen, just to end my rant, because I did go on a rant, any interaction with a female, whether it's a woman that you met on the street, a woman that's in your family, a woman, any woman, is always transactional. Because if you don't have what she wants, notice how quickly they're willing to forget about you 10 seconds later. Think on that, gentlemen. Think on that. Let's read these comments right quick. Let me go up. Woo! All right. Because I know I saw a few good ones. Nope. Child support. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I'll talk about it later. I'll definitely talk about it later. Child support needs to be done through EPT cards where they can track online each month, not to pay for her bad habits or a girl's night out looking for another victim. Bro, if only, well, you probably already know, but the nonsense I've seen growing up when it comes to these single mothers, literally taking advantage of 95% of the entire money, only using that small percentage to get her kids a couple t-shirts. Oh man, that's why they're so against mandatory paternity testing. But we'll get into that very soon. Let's get it. Let's keep going. Lion and MGTOW, I won't play the game. Yeah, I don't. I don't blame you either. I ain't playing the game either anymore. Hell no. The game is too rigged, and the game is just getting worse. And they have the audacity to see men as a whole as so stupid that they'll just fall for this marriage contract. Uh, Arch Knight. Not only that, but like Lionel McTow said, best men don't want to get married because women don't want to stay married. And he is right. Yeah. Women don't want to stay married. They only see marriage as a retirement pension, pretty much like a 401k. That's how they retire from the streets, is when they'll find some gullible rich simp to divorce. Let me see. That guy Pete. It's interesting how when you want it, they'll change, they'll charge an arm and a leg, but when they want it, they'll just give it to you for free. So the logical conclusion is, if I ain't the second guy, get the fuck out. Yep, that guy P got it. That guy P got it. If she ain't saying that you're the first choice, if you're not the first choice, she's doing it. She's trying to play these mind games, saying, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get together. Oh, I don't know. I'm just confused." Dump that bitch. All right. That guy in the house, you got a big shout out from Star Dust A mate. That guy Pete, he refused to invite to gatherings. Yeah, yeah. That guy Pete, yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy. I respect his work. I watch his videos. Do, do. It does make sense when she does understand nor care what men want in the long term. Yep, long term girlfriend. It's fine if she doesn't understand, but when she doesn't care, why would I give a fuck about her feelings at that point? You can tell when a woman doesn't care. You can tell. Just some random guy. When they see consequence of their actions, they try to shame people and take pity on them. Yep, they try. But right now, as time goes on, it's definitely failing. It is failing so hard. A lot of men, they're waking up. A lot of young men, they're waking up. Teenage boys are waking up because I'm hearing shit from TikTok and Facebook and YouTube of literally young men in high school spewing the red pill or MGTOW or whatever it is. All right, they're waking up, and that is the goal. Okay, that is definitely the goal, and that's their choice. It's not my choice. It's their choice. If they choose to follow the ideologies. All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna ban this spam account, and I'm gonna start inviting people in. Thank you for listening to my rant. If you guys want to come on in and talk about this right quick on how all interaction with women is transactional, go ahead and do your thing. I thought I blocked you. What the fuck? Well, whatever. Come on in, y'all. If y'all want to talk, come on in. They're looking for the 304K. Oh, shit. But the biggest thing is child support. That's the biggest transaction you can ever give to a woman besides marriage. Is if you give a baby to a woman in the West, you already done fucked up. You fucked up like crazy. Why would you even try to have a kid in the United States knowing that how the divorce and family courts are prejudiced against you? No. No, 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 no. All right. I am going to add real talk. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Sir Yeetus?
Do I sound a lot better than yesterday?
Crystal clear, my Bruder.
Okay, because people are saying they can hear me, but when I played back that live stream yesterday, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was a little bit like there was like a distance between you and the mic, like of like 10 feet. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, the mic was ass, but I saw a bunch of ones yesterday, so I thought it was good.
Mm.
But let me add Carry On. What's going on, Carry On?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, let me add one more. JR, you're new. I never seen you come on. Is JR there? He's not there?
Immediate.
No? Okay. Let me remove him. Okay, so let's start with real talk. Real talk. What is your perspective when it comes to the topic today of any interaction with a woman is always transactional?
Yeah, you could apply that to the Chad, the Normie, or even Beta Bucks. Beta Bucks has the Bucks. The Chad has the ultimate desire of pleasure to offer her. And the Normie, he kind of has to give his bucks and get in the best shape he possibly can to reach the status quo. Basically, the status quo, as years have gone on, has gotten bigger and better for the pleasure they need, the money they need. That Disney fairy tale is pushed very heavily. So whether you're the Chad who has to stay in the gym and put all of his time in the gym so you can be the master of pleasure, or your Beta Bucks who has to put all of his time into work so you can be the master of the money, your time that you're putting in to satisfy this creature, in either way, it still is a huge chunk of your life that you're basically living for them. So it doesn't really matter what you are. They're going to get your time in an indirect way for their needs to be satisfied.
Right. And 9 times out of 10, actually 9.999 times out of 10, is not because of you, because they want something for themselves.
It's an insatiable creature. Doesn't matter if you are the best looking guy that she can find in her town of 100,000. She can drive 30 minutes down the road and find an even better looking guy. So you're always trying to keep up physically if you're the Chad, and monetarily wise, if you're the Beta, you're always trying to keep up, getting more hours, taking her on more trips, just going over the top to satisfy her, and she can never be satisfied. So it's like an endless pit of time that men in either situation have to spend. And we always have to keep in mind that any break from the carousel is a relationship that's typically meant for a transaction of some sort. And it's most likely monetarily, because she's not going to take a break from the carousel with Chad or Tyrone. That's the short-term excitement that she needs to keep her juices flowing.
So would you say between a man and a streetwalker, that's the most honest transaction?
Of course. And I'll go back to I can't remember what video it was from Black Ram 313. He lays out what all men could be. You could be a pimp and have women on the street. You could be a Mac and have her paying for your bills. Or you could be a player and basically be getting free sex. Or you could be the simp who's paying her through dates in this long carousel break. He said the guy who is going to be the most successful is the man who values his time the most. And he goes, at first, I didn't think, because I guess a buddy of his, he went out in Chicago, and the guy's like, Ram's trying to convince him to hit the clubs, go out on a night on the town. And his friend was like, nah, man, I don't have that time. I can't go to the clubs. I just want to pay her, get it over with, basically get my nut off. So if you're paying these women today, high class escort, if you're looking for the best woman, if you have to pay, a range between, I don't know, $250, $500, I don't know what the range is, but let's just say that was the range. That money you spend is going to be so much more worth your time. You get in, you get out, and your needs have been satisfied. You don't have to deal with her mouth. You don't have to deal with all of her gaslighting and how she's trying to invert your reality. So yeah, that man, the man who values his time the most is the man who's winning.
Yes, I agree 1,000,000% on that one. Before Carry On says his statement, I'm gonna read that guy Pete's stuff. There's always a transactional component. You can't escape it. So if there is any validation in the relationship for a man, the clock is ticking to where it converts into fully transactional in court. Oh, that guy Pete, you're not supposed to be this base. Oh, you're not supposed to be this base, bro. Oh no, you can't be speaking logic. That's pretty dangerous. Oh yeah, but yeah, that guy Pete, he's right 1,000,000%. It's only a matter of time because once she deems that your usefulness is done and the grass is green on the other side, she's already prepping you to go to the courts. There's a reason why in 2022 women they only want the top, was it 6-7% of men financially, because she only wants a man that's making six figures or more. Okay, because when she's done with you, when she stays in the relationship for enough time, when she meets the minimum requirements, it's game over for you, and then you're stuck with her for years to come, and it's even worse if you have children with her. You're stuck with her decades to come, not even decades, for the rest of your fucking life. So just putting it out there. Carry on.
Yeah.
When it comes to the topic, how do you feel about is always transactional when interacting with a woman?
Well, it's not just women. It's life in general. Every connection we have with a living organism is like we're exchanging something with humans, with animals. It's like that, but with women, it's like with animals. You know it up front. They're up front as like if you give the dog food, it's going to like you. But after a while, like you build enough connections, you know, like even if I don't feed it today, it won't just leave me, or it won't like. But that's the same with women. But every connection with any intelligent creature, that's even babies have that idea. But with women, it's much more subtle because they will pretend that they don't have that idea that it's transactional. They'll act like, "Oh, I love you because you're you." But if you don't say they love you because you're you, but what do they love about you? They love that you can give them something, be it physical, sexual, or like financial, and it could be emotional sometimes. That's why women, if they're not in a relationship, well, a traditional relationship will have like multiple guys circling them that can give them different aspects or different things that they need for that time, be it emotional, physical, or financial. Like they have food guys. If, if you have someone that's a food guy, that definitely means that you only see that person as a meal ticket or someone to like a car guy, someone that can just drive you around places or something like that. It's transactional, but they pretend that it's not, which I find disgusting.
Yeah, which is insane, which I should be talking about tomorrow. The word quote unquote love. Ooh. Yeah. The most manipulative word in the English language.
Well, yeah, that's because the English language didn't really take it from its. Well, in Greece, there's like different types of love.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like the fact that they people in the West they use love so freely just to get what they want. That's definitely something to talk about in the future. Welcome back, Bro Talk.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What happened?
Well, since I'm on mobile, every time if I try to like close out my phone while I'm still connected, it will time out after about 10 minutes. So I got to keep the browser open. And I think I had the phone in my pocket. I'm doing a little bit of work right now. I think it just like hit back or some shit. So I'm just holding the phone, making sure this doesn't happen again. No big deal.
Can you change the time that it takes to shut down?
What was that, Carry On? I'm sorry.
You can change like how long it takes till it goes black.
Oh yeah. Shit, I'll get to that. I'm just gonna hold it. It's no big deal. I'll do it after the stream next time. Appreciate that though.
Cesspool. I looked up his channel right now, and I didn't delete the second one. I don't know what you mean by that. But also when it comes to transaction, right? We will start with carry on. Carry on. So you already know a man 99% of the time, in general, all men, they want to get their nut, right?
Yeah, especially they have no connection to the person.
So as a heterosexual man, right, straight man, what will be the best possible advice that you'll give him when it comes to dealing with modern women if he wants to get his nut?
Well, it depends on how much you're willing to exchange. If you're willing to exchange time, well, you're always going to be exchanging time because that's what money is. But there's more than just exchanging time. You can exchange like your mental capacity. Like if you get a girlfriend or so on, you're going to have to deal with more than just wasting your time on her. Like be it money, and after you have to deal with like their emotional and their feelings and so on like that. And that's way more. You can do that, but that's really stupid because you're putting so much investment into something that's unstable. The most beneficial thing, if you want to just be like, if you just want to get off, is to probably improve yourself physically and become attractive to women and just have flings and so on. Or if you just want to be like get it quick and done and not waste your time going to clubs, just pay for it.
Okay.
It'd be easier. It still depends on how much you're willing to exchange for your time and your energy and so on.
All right, real talk. You heard my question?
Yeah. I think it comes down to, I guess, how much sexual prowess you have to offer. If you can digmatize these women and they basically see you as a piece of meat, you have to focus on, having the best endurance and all this crazy shit just so they can see it as purely carnal. And that still takes a lot of effort. So I kind of have to side, even though I've been in said situations, the amount of time that I was wasting, pulling me away from my purpose, my work, my drive and so forth. I think Carry On's still correct that you're going to be better off paying for it just to get a nut. Because basically the process of digmatizing these women just doesn't come down to having a good throwing capabilities and good endurance. You have to break them and then you have to make them how you want. I basically got one of these girls to accept that we're not going to debate anything about life, morals, ethics, values, or talk about anything besides sensuality and sexuality. Like, they have to expect you to be that guy for them to just get your nut, and that's it. Anything more, if they see light in you, they're basically going to treat you like a boyfriend, long-term relationship material. They'll pump the brakes. They'll gaslight you. They'll put you through shit tests. So it's very difficult to stay on top of your physical game. You have to be a gym rat for that. And if you don't have that time because you do have a purpose in life besides pussy, paying for it is going to be the most satisfactory. I hate to say it that way, but we were raised on that PUA, that 1980s PUA. Oh, if you pay for anything, you're a bitch. If you can't get women from your game, then you're just a punk, So we have to deprogram our minds from the PUA garbage. What makes a man is the man getting the most amount of pussy, and we have to reprogram it to this 21st century reality that we're living in. And our time is the most valuable asset that we can have in this life. You can't get it back, gentlemen.
Well, PUAs still are blue-pilled in a certain sense.
Wait, what'd you say?
PUAs are still blue-pilled in a certain sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
They are. So you both agree that the best way for a man to deal with a woman when it comes to getting what he wants is to just pay.
Yeah. If you don't want to waste your time.
A streetwalker. No, not just any streetwalker, because I don't want you guys dealing with some rabid walking petri dish. I don't want people in the chat to deal with a walking petri dish. Okay. I'm talking about high end.
Yep.
Okay, not that cheap shit that you get in some type of motel. No, actually, when you're feeling it, you're actually feeling it. I mean, really feeling it. Go for those high end escorts, and
Do you
it's
know
only a
the
one-time
side?
payment. In my opinion, the one-time payment is better than you paying hundreds, thousands, millions, and hell, unfortunately, billions.
Okay, if you don't want to pay, the next best thing is kind of fucked up. It is sleeping with a woman that's in a relationship because she's already getting the stuff from someone else. So all you have to do is
Yep.
Yeah,
just give them.
don't get me started on that one.
It's the honest truth. Like if
He
it's
ain't
bad. I
lying.
know. So if you don't
And
want to pay,
once
you can do
and
that.
once again, you don't what's it called? Because I think Saw Distributor. He said, fuck paying for pussy. I'd rather just go monk at that point. You don't have to pay. I'm not saying you have to pay. But what I'm saying is, with all these rampant STDs and the sexual liberation and all that crazy shit that's going out there, if a man really wants to get a nut and you cannot deny another man getting his nut, all right, it's biology. It's pretty fucked up if you tell a man, no, you can't, right?
You don't have to get it from a
It's
woman all the
fucked up
time.
when you tell a
You
man,
get
no,
those sex toys.
you can't fuck. It's fucked up, right?
Oh,
'Cause that's
it's
pretty much his
difficult.
biological imperative, right?
It's not a key one, but it's definitely
No, we
has.
can give him the advice of going monk, but
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
can't
You can
force
give
him to
advice.
be one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Can't stop him
So
from going on the plantation. You can't stop him from wanting to bust a nut.
I
How
can't.
how he desires to control his own biology is his desires. It's not your own, you know. To each his own at that point.
Right, and that's what a lot of recent red pillars and recent big towers and all that stuff that they proclaim the big towers, they can't comprehend. You know, I'm talking about a small percentage, so not the entire thing. Small percentage of them, they just like, oh, whoa, I thought you're a big town. Oh, you're red pill. Why you even looking at that woman's direction? You're supposed to be up in the mountain and fucking praying to fucking Buddha. Where the fuck you're doing?
praise the sun and all that crap.
Yeah, praise the sun. Like, no, I can't control another man's fucking intentions. But the best I can do is give him the best advice if he decides to go that route. And the best advice, in my opinion, especially all the rampant STDs and all these promiscuous women going left and right, is to go for a woman that you know, to the best of your ability, is clean.
Mhm. Which would
And if
be
you do your deed, pay for what I don't know how much the high end escorts are. What, 400?
I never
Four
checked.
hundred?
So
Probably an
I
hour.
Yeah, just for an hour. And
Yep.
then go on your merry way. That's
Yeah.
a lot cheaper if you put a ring on it, right?
Yeah. I
Rick,
think the golden saying of you can always lead the horse to the water, but you can never force him to drink. It's
Right.
applicable here.
Right. And once again, if you decide to go monk, stay monk. Monk is the best possible scenario to
you can
avoid
control
all
yourself.
the bullshit that's happening in this gynocentric society. Going monk is the best possible route. But I cannot force a man to not fuck. That's just stupid. What? I'm just gonna drag him out? No. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. No. I don't give a fuck, okay? You cannot fuck a woman ever again.
No
Do you
can eat
understand
for
me?
you
You
and all
piece
that
of
bullshit.
shit. Okay? You are gonna be clean as fuck, okay? You're gonna be so clean, even Jesus is gonna be impressed. I can't force a man to do that.
Especially when we've got, I'm pretty sure it's 3 to 5 times the sexual drive of women naturally. So it's like, how do you put a mute button on that? How do you stop a man's genes from wanting to be expressed?
I can't. So the
Well,
next best thing I can is give him the very best possible advice.
yeah.
You know, people are saying, "Oh, you know, all men need to be a monk. All men need to be monk." Come on, be fucking realistic up in this bitch. Be
Most
realistic.
people can't go monk.
Be fucking realistic. If you choose to go your own way, hey, that's the best possible solution. If you choose to never focus on a woman again, and you out there doing some crazy shit, building your own shelter and building your own food and all that other crazy, bro, of course, I'm 100% support. But don't expect every man to say, "Oh yeah, no woman for me. I'm just gonna let humanity die." Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, if you choose to do it anyway, that's fine. That's his life, right? He has to deal with the consequences of his situation, right? I don't have to deal with it. He does. But doesn't mean I can't still give him advice, right? I will never, ever advocate for marriage. Ever. If you're still trying to get married in 2022, you are the stupidest motherfucker I ever know. The information is out there. The information is out there. How can you not know? Especially when countless women on social media are telling on themselves. So if you decide to still put a ring on it in the West, I'm going to laugh at you. Even when you're in the divorce court, I'm going to visit the divorce court and laugh at you. Like, you stupid motherfucker. I told you not to get married. And now look at you. You're here because now you have to live on a street with a used up futon that you found in a dumpster. But I can't tell you you can't fuck. If I say, hey, yeah, the best thing for you to do is practice D discipline. The best thing you can do is practice not getting tempted by anything that has a puniti. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that. But I can't stop you. You know what I'm saying? You guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. In the event that you do convince them to practice that D discipline, once they got their testosterone levels raised, like to where it naturally would be if they weren't, beating their meat or, getting pussy, like they have more energy, like they can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel if they do take that advice and they do discipline their biology. They really do. As men, we're just like, we notice extra energy in our days. It's not like a conspiracy on, hey, why am I feeling so productive? Because I'm not busting nuts.
I agree. And don't get me wrong, hold men accountable for their fucking actions. Every action has a consequence. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not just gonna let them walk in all blind. I'm gonna give them the best advice. Men, we practice into how do I say it?
Individuality.
Yeah, we practice individualism. Fuck. And women, they practice collectivism. Okay. Women are the main ones that have the mind hive mentality. Men do not. So a man say, hey, I don't want to be a MGTOW. I don't want to be a red pill. I want to be a simp, let him be a simp. If he says, I want to be a red pill, but I don't want to be MGTOW, all right, go ahead, be a red pill. If he says, I want to be MGTOW, but I wouldn't mind getting my nut in, hey, that's on you. But we're still going to hold them accountable for their actions if something happens when it comes to a negative consequence, right? Because once again, I'm gonna laugh at you. It's pretty much I told you so. It's pretty much a young child putting his hand to the fire. He gets burned, and then he put his hand in the fire again.
Well, that
You
would
guys
be,
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't
Well,
try that boy who cried wolf shit.
Like, ooh, I'm married 3 times, and each time they divorced me so much. I am in debt, so it's insane right now. But the 4th girl, she's different. Like,
I'll
what
be
the
honest.
fuck?
I can somewhat like if someone got married 2 times, I'm like, okay, dude, you can't get married again. I can take pity on you if you got married 2 times. But after like if you got married 3 times, I'm like, dude, it happened twice, and you went over another time and it happened again. It's like, yeah, like you're already dumb.
Yeah, marriage. I will never have sympathy for a motherfucker that wants to get married. Ever. There's too much risk for a man to get fucking married. If you get married, you're the stupidest motherfucker ever in my eyes. Ever. There's no reason for you to sign that government contract. What do you say, real talk?
I was going to say, especially if you're a younger guy today with the advent of the internet and all the social media, you see this shit on TikTok. I can understand the Generation X guys who grew up in the 90s with all that simp R&B and all the love songs and all this other shit. If he's got a bunch of friends who are married and somehow their marriages have been successful, meaning longer than X amount, I could see where he's still going to have too much of a societal blue pill jammed down his throat. But once you get in tune with the online, the interwebs of what's really going on, what's really happening out here in reality, yeah, you're basically just putting you're putting the noose around your neck, and then you're jumping off that platform to hang yourself, essentially.
Yep, I agree 1,000,000%. Marriage is something that I will clown a man for. But why would I clown a man that wants to get nut? That's what we all trying to do, right?
Oh yeah, marriage is trying to get enough that's sustainable enough so you can.
So that's why I have a different stance when it comes to that. I'll give him the best advice where I say, hey, you pay for her to fucking leave. But that's the farthest I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I guess marriage had made sense before it didn't make that much sense before still because I guess if you check throughout history and every DNA test sample, there's probably a large amount of people that you think that are your family members that are not your family members.
Yeah, that as well. And once again, I much rather a man pay for a streetwalker than to put a ring on the bitch.
Much safer.
Yeah.
Much safer. Not completely safe, but way safer.
Okay, I find people that get married and don't want to have children even more dumber than people that get married that want to have children. Because you put yourself in that situation, which is like marriage was only there so you knew that children were yours and shit didn't get too crazy and hectic and all that crap. But if you're not doing that and you're getting married and you don't want to have children, this is like, well, you're fucking yourself and you're not getting the benefits or some form of benefits that you could have got from marriage.
And that's the biggest issue when it comes to children, right? A lot of men are choosing to not have kids because they already know what the game plan is when having kids in the West. All right. They're going to have this kid. Is either she's going to have an abortion or she's going to claim the kid as her own. You sign the birth certificate. You find out that kid is not even yours. But it doesn't matter because you signed this birth certificate. So she's putting you on child support, right? If you can afford it for the next 20 years. And that kid will be filled with lies in her head, her or his head, filled with so much lies about how you a piece of shit, you a shitbag dad and all that stuff. So, that kid, whether it's your kid or not, is going to hate you once that kid becomes a young adult. I've seen it all the time. I've seen it all the time. The dad rarely gets a chance to defend his side of the story. So not only he's putting all of his resources into his kid or a kid that's not his, when that kid comes to confront that man, that kid's not even trying to listen because the mother brainwashed that child so hard
Well,
that you're the bad guy.
it can change depending on if the child was abused by the mom and the dad said all the stuff that the mom was doing to the child was safe and all happened to him. Then the child might be like, yeah, she was like that, and it makes sense.
But that's a minority.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen.
What do you have to say about that, real talk?
Yeah, that scenario is it's a rare scenario. It's not. You can't use the exception to define the rule. Essentially,
I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was true. I just said it happens sometimes.
yeah, you get what I'm not. Yeah, it's not so cut and dry, but yeah, I understand.
Because it's so common these days, it's not gonna be funny. It's not gonna be funny. And on top of that, this one show, I forgot who the black lady was, conducted a talk show between the ex-wife and the ex-husband, and the ex-wife put in false allegations that he did some horrible stuff, if you guys know what I'm talking about,
To the
to his
kids.
daughters.
The silver bullet, right? That's what the divorce lawyers always suggest to the mother, the controlling witch, to use the silver bullet and claim him and accuse him of such. I think that's the most evil thing you could do to any man.
Exactly. And the fact that she pulled up that lie for 22 years, 23 years, literally ruined that man's life, his reputation destroyed. And then she admitted on camera in front of millions of people, because this was on national TV, she admitted that she lied about him doing some horrible stuff to his daughters. She didn't even bother to do an apology. In fact, she blamed the father. Oh, like, why didn't you fight for them harder? What the fuck? What did you guys got to say about that?
That's fucked up. Like, you can't really fight for them after I was just told that I'm a danger to these kids. I can't really fight for them. Like, no court will allow.
Sorry,
no court will allow the guy next to his children. It's like a fight for them. As soon as she said, I have done something sexual to my child or extremely violent, the courts will not allow any man next to that child, even if the guy says he hasn't done it for the longest time.
Yeah,
she's just lucky. I'm gonna say this real quick, real talk. She's just lucky she was on camera, because a man's life being ruined for over 2 decades over a fucking false allegation, and he was not able to be in his daughter's life for over 20 years. She's just lucky she was on camera. All right, go ahead, real talk.
Yeah, if I were to make an analogy, like any man being in that situation before the silver bullet is used, he's basically in a chair in a straitjacket and he's tied up. And as soon as the silver bullet comes out, it's like that chair was thrown off a dock into deep waters and he's going to drown, and his life is literally completely over, because even if 20 years later it comes out that it's a lie, so much damage has been done to his reputation and his life in general, to where that would be, as Pete tries to stop guys from doing, but that would be the perfect scenario for a guy to literally take himself out, because he was tied up and then just thrown to drown alive.
Exactly. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. And no matter how much you're proving that you're innocent and stuff, that stigma will always stay. The fact that you were accused is enough.
Because I think with men, it's guilty until proven innocent, and with women, it's innocent until proven guilty in those scenarios.
Exactly. And that's another conversation for another day. Oh, I was about to go in right quick. But in the end, when it comes to a man literally losing everything just because of a word of a woman, that should tell you how many rights, how men are treated in this gynocentric society. Okay, yeah, you can't argue with me about what fucking patriarchy are you fucking talking about? Where's the patriarchy? Do you guys know where the patriarchy is at? I can't see it.
Patriarchy. Talking about in the
Yeah,
Middle
like
East.
the shit that these model women like to bring up.
See, they don't want to talk about the real patriarchy and like anything that's similar to that. Anytime they talk about the Middle East, they always, oh, that's a different place. That's a different place, but we have it bad. They're like, nah, you don't. Like you guys have in the West, if you're a woman and in your 20s, you're probably like the most blessed person on the planet. Like everyone will believe you if something happens. Everyone wants to help you if something happens. Anyone will probably pay for you to get free stuff. So it's like you have a free pass on nearly everything. You could literally kill someone and just say, "Oh, they tried to rape me."
Oh, you heard about that story of a woman that eliminated her child because SpongeBob told her to do it. What the fuck? Accountability, gentlemen. That's a kryptonite.
It's not the cat with 9 lives. They're the cats with 9,000 lives.
It is so insane. So insane. And I see what you're saying, carry on. I really do. Continue because I did interrupt.
No, I was done.
Oh, you already done?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to transaction, gentlemen, putting a kid inside her is literally one of the worst things you can do. Besides signing that government contract. That's why there's a lot of men going monk. That's why there's a lot of men getting vasectomies, etc. Because at this point, it's about self-preservation. Do you really think men don't want kids? There's plenty of men that don't want. I want fucking kids, but I can't. Not in this society. Fuck no. Fuck no. Why would I set myself up for failure? What'd you say, carry on?
Nah, I think there's a footballer called Cristiano Ronaldo, and like I think he bought his children or something like that. Like they're not adopted, actually, like his blood and all that stuff. But I think he paid off their mothers, or the first one he paid off their mother, and after the other two he like got some woman to give birth to them or something like that.
A surrogate, yeah.
Yeah, you have to be extremely rich to actually like do that.
Yeah, because you're in the top 5%, 1%.
Yeah, but if that happens the other way around, women can still say the man has to pay child support.
Oh, like that Adele and Holly Berry situation where women freaked out, or what?
No. So, a guy gave like artificially inseminated some friend of his or someone that he knew, because they said they wanted a child. I think they were lesbian, a couple or something like that, and they split up. And the woman didn't have enough money to raise the child, so she went, "I need that child support."
Wait a minute. What happened? Wait, repeat that one time.
So a guy helped this lesbian couple have a child.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're saying.
So yeah, he has to pay child support, even though they said, they won't do that because all that bullshit. But yeah,
It's always Transactional.
Any way you cut it.
Always. Not 100%, but 99%.
Yeah. One point I wanted to bring up was if you're going to deal with these creatures, it always has to be from a position of power. Like Cristiano Ronaldo, that's like a huge position of power. But just think about the Chatter, the Tyrone, who has really good genetics. If she can't find a beta bucks to sink, she'll get knocked up by that guy. And he's still on the line. And what power does he have except his physique? I mean, I think the Chad and the Tyrones, they get fucked just as hard, especially when they don't have much. And they got child support over their heads and the state that could come after them. It's really one of those things where until you're financially stable, you don't truly in this Western world have any sort of power.
So are you talking about being single? Because in marriage, no powerful man has power.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is being single. Still, you always have to deal with them from a high position of power, where basically your life is like ironclad. Like I think I alluded to this in a live stream a long time ago. You have to build yourself up so high that like every aspect is ironclad. Like you're bulletproof, even though that's kind of impossible. You have to be near bulletproof to even deal with them. It's insane, but this is the hand that we've been dealt as men today.
That's on Donald Trump shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Shit, I'd rather have Donald Trump right now. Yes.
Does he have like a crazy divorce papers or like a divorce lawyer in case something happens?
I'm a big fan of Donald Trump. So let's put that out there. Yeah. Oh, black guy, fan of Donald Trump. Oh, shit. Look what the fuck you motherfuckers voted in for Sleepy Joe. You stupid motherfuckers.
Sleepy Joe probably killed his first
Stupid.
wife.
Yeah, no, Sleepy Joe definitely took care of his his daughter and his first wife when he was senator-elect. And then later on, his son, Bo, was killed. He's sacrificed a lot of people in his family for his career, without a doubt.
Shit. But in the end, I'm going to do the last join in, and we're going to be ending this early soon. So, carry on.
Yep.
When it comes to transactions, do you have a story when it comes to dealing with a woman where it's pretty much like she clearly wasn't there unless she wanted something from you?
Yeah, I guess I have a few. I guess when I was in college, like around 18, I got the time. Because I guess our colleges are different from you guys. Like we go to college and after university. University be like you guys' college and so on. So at that time, I was talking to this girl. She had a boyfriend. And she would use me as like anytime shit was happening, she'd come to me like complain about some shit. And I was like, I know what you're doing. I'm bored, so I'm doing this. I just want to see what happens in your situation. She was attractive looking. After a time, she broke up with that boyfriend, get with the next guy. She comes to me after she breaks up, complaining. I'm like, Jesus Christ, again? Like, and it keeps on happening like 2 more times. And like, damn it. I was like, it was fun listening to the person, but I was like, it was really draining. She was only coming to me because I was kind enough, I'm bored enough that she listened to the person. And
so you became her emotional tampon.
Yeah, I found it fun. It was interesting. Like I'm a kind of person, I just like listening to stories. So it's like, all right, you're going to help me write a story one day. Let me just listen to your bullshit. But I was like, it kept on happening after her friends would like come to and talk about this crap. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, I was just there like, the big guy that can take all this stuff. I was like, I don't really want to do this shit. I was kind enough to say no, tell them not to fuck off. I was like, yeah, you're there. I was like, it was a waste of my time, but I didn't have that much to do. I was in college and I was just wasting time, just playing around with friends and didn't have much to do. So I was like, yeah, I'll listen to your bullshit. Let's see.
Did you smash at least?
She was messed up. I didn't want to touch her.
Okay. What about her looks? Was her looks good?
She was black, but she was like half Lebanese.
Half black, half Lebanese.
Sounds sexy.
She was like 5'2" or something like that. and she had a big ass and tits. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Oh yeah.
All right, carry on. That's you practicing that D discipline.
And it's easy when you get to a certain point.
No, you could have. You could have.
Oh yeah, I could have, but I didn't want to. Like, I didn't want to do what she was with boyfriends. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. That would just fuck me up. So yeah.
You practice that D discipline. That's what I'm saying. Because you could have just like right there, you know, like, all right, let's do this, but you didn't. You know, of course, because your life will be in danger. But that's besides the
Oh
point.
yeah, definitely. She had a crazy older brother. I learned that later on. I was like, nah, I'm fine.
All right. What about you, real talk? Do you have a story of dealing with a woman that literally just associating with you because she wanted something from you?
Yeah, I'd say every single time I'm not at my physical pinnacle, where I'm not a gym rat, and let's say, you know, with work or business, I'm kind of like redirecting my energies and making a big move for myself financially. Whenever I'm not at that physical pinnacle, I've noticed these women will look at me. They'll say, okay, because I'm 6'2", about 200 pounds, I'm muscular. I'm you could consider me Chad looking. I don't like to say I'm a Chad and all that, but it's like if there's a guy that's in her phone that looks slightly better than you, she's always going to try to beta you out. She's going to try to put you in situations to like treat you like you're some beta bitch, and you have to like check them. You have to survive their shit test. So if she's shit testing you, she's treating you as a beta and treating you as an emotional tampon, or she's treating you as the guy who's going to take her out on dates because you don't fulfill that status quo of physical requirements. So it's like pretty much every single time I'm not praying to the swole gods, these women can sense, oh, he's not at his physical best. Let me try to treat him like he's some beta bitch. So I've had to basically go ghost on these women. And it was 3 times when I moved to this new town, 3 different times. Every single time they try to beta me out, I just go ghost. And then they're like, oh, come over. And then they give up the sex. It's like the most ass backwards thing. But yeah, I'm pretty much saying if I'm not looking to be the Giga Chad, if I'm not Giga Chad, she's going to try to beta you out. And when she's trying to beta you out, she's trying to put you in the line of orbiters for being Mr. Transactional. So yeah, I'd say it's very common, even for someone like myself. If I'm not at the top of my game, she's sensing it. Oh, you get what I'm saying? Like they have so many different options today. They'll try to beta any guy they feel isn't dominant to their regards.
Yeah, I definitely get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. The moment that you slip up in weakness, she's just going to hone in on that target. Too easy.
Yeah. I hate having to play hard ass. I hate having to not want to discuss or have any sort of discussion. You can't. That's the thing is the moment you open up and have some sort of down to earth conversation, it could be about anything. They're like, oh, he's weak. The past 5 guys I went out on a date with, they hardly talked. They're so mysterious. I'm not trying to be a hard ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to be a human being. I'm trying to, have some sort of discussion. It's just one of those things like they expect you to play basic. Okay, the T800, the dude who has the Arnold avatar and all the MGTOW red pill comment sections. They expect you to be the T800, not say any fucking words and just be as chiseled and jacked like a fucking sculpture.
Pretty much. I definitely agree. They just expect you to be perfect and accept all their 300 flaws.
Yeah, technically a golem. You're a slave that has...
But, hey, do you guys have anything else to say to the Warband before I let you guys go?
Nope.
Thanks for having me again, brother.
I don't have
No
anything.
problem, man. There will be another live stream tomorrow.
Cool.
I know I'm cutting it short, but I don't really have much to say about the topic today. I'm sure a lot of the gentlemen in the chat already pretty much get the gist.
Yeah, you've been going hard in the paint, man. You're never going to have that jet fuel every single day. You know what I'm saying? Today might have been a 93 octane. Tomorrow's going to be 110.
Yeah, I need more tacos. But thank you for joining, man, and Puniti.
Puniti.
All right. Peace out, both of y'all. Peace out.
Peace out.
All right. It is just me once again. Thank you for joining the live stream. I know the live stream is extremely short compared to the rest of my live streams, but I'm not going to just be beating on your head the same information over and over. You guys pretty much already got the gist of what I'm talking about. So there will be another live stream tomorrow. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come watch the live stream. This is Sir Yeetus. Hopefully, you guys got your daily dose of red pills. And I am out. Peace.